The United States debt stands at $32 trillion. Every year, the Government Accountability Office puts together reports on wasteful spending and ineffective programs in the federal government. These reports, if read and applied, would help us streamline government programs, reduce waste, minimize fraudulent payments, create oversight, and greater accountability to taxpayers. As we head into the appropriation season, I'm asking all of my colleagues to join with me and others who have read these roadmaps from the Government Accountability Office with recommendations for how we can reduce federal spending, save taxpayer funds, and most importantly, start paying down the debt. Here are some key findings from the General Accounting Office. In 2022, 18 federal agencies reported an estimated $247 billion in improper payments. Over the past 2 decades, the federal government wasted $2.4 trillion on payment errors. Federal taxpayers pay $2 billion each year maintaining empty government buildings. GAO identified $552.7 billion spent on duplicate and redundant programs in 2022. If our nation is ever going to dig its way out of this debt, we will have to start tackling wasteful spending. That includes going after the improper payments made in error. So what is an improper payment? First, fraud, an individual or business willfully stealing from the government. Secondly, mistaken identity, payments going to the wrong person. And third, payments going to a deceased person. As just one example, more than 47% of the payments to the Veterans Administration Department particular program in the VA made in 2022 were improper. Let me say that again. More than 47%. That's almost half of the payments in one program. And the good news is that's an improvement, because 5 years ago that number was at 100% of that program's budget. 100% went to the wrong people, and they're down to just 50% now. Maybe in 5 years, if they keep going at this rate, they'll be down to 25%. Maybe not. In 2022, just 18 federal agencies reported wasting an estimated $247 billion on incorrect payments. That's just 18 agencies, not the entire government. Our government also holds thousands of vacant, unused properties. We pay every year from lawn maintenance, electricity, security, energy costs for these unused properties. The Government Accountability Office estimates that we spend $2 billion each year just on maintaining these empty buildings.
Happy Monday, friends. The Internal Revenue Service did it again. The tax agency has just revealed new information for all taxpayers. Many Americans are set to receive a surprise bonus check due to budget surpluses. And friends, these payments will range between a few $100s to over $2,000. Please make sure that you watch until the end of this video for everything that you need to know. Also, this coming Friday, I will be announcing several winners for the Walmart gift card giveaway. My dearest friends, if you'd like to enter these weekly giveaways, please click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you watch and then comment on, friends, the greater your chances of winning the weekly giveaways. The Internal Revenue Service continues to make progress on its inventory of tax returns, payments, refunds, and correspondence. However, some sectors are still experiencing long delays. The IRS says it has processed all paper and electronic individual tax returns that were received before April 2023, and they are opening mail within normal timeframes. This means they have processed all returns for the tax year 2021 or earlier if those returns had no errors. As of July 8, 2023, the tax agency had 2.42 million unprocessed individual returns. Those include tax year 2022 returns, 2021 returns that need review or correction, and late filed prior returns. 820,000 are also paper returns waiting to be reviewed and processed. If the Internal Revenue Service needs more information or requires you to verify that you sent a return, they will send you a letter. That could take more than 120 days, depending on how quickly and accurately you respond and how quickly the agency can process your tax return. The IRS has issued most refunds in less than 21 days. If you filed on paper and expect a refund, it may take 4 weeks or more to process your return. Next month, Montana income taxpayers could experience a pleasant surprise as they find additional funds in their bank accounts or receive a rebate check in the mail. The Montana Department of Revenue has initiated the process of issuing rebates for 2021 individual income taxes to all eligible Montana taxpayers. By August 31st, the department aims to distribute the majority of these rebates. The best part is that taxpayers do not need to take any action to apply for the rebate. It will be automatically provided to all qualifying individuals. Millions in Louisiana state tax refunds must be claimed by the end of August, or the money will be moved to the Unclaimed Property Division. A release from the Louisiana Department of Revenue said, the department has sent over 15,000 letters to taxpayers advising them to claim the refunds before they are transferred to the state's treasurer's Unclaimed Property Division after August 28, 2023. The total amount of unclaimed tax refunds is about $11 million. The United States economy has held up remarkably well this year, defying recession predictions, thanks in part to Americans' crisis-era savings that have cushioned consumer spending. But now that support is running low. Americans' personal savings have collapsed by $5.5 trillion since April 2020, and that's due to soaring inflation. That may spell trouble for the U.S. economy. Such reserves have now fallen to levels lower than before the crisis. U.S. household savings surged during the crisis, spurred by government stimulus checks and a drop in in-person spending. That cash pile has boosted consumer spending ever since the crisis restrictions were relaxed, supporting the economy even as the Federal Reserve has raised interest rates steeply since last spring. But historically high inflation in the United States since mid-2021 has eaten away into the savings of Americans. Prices of everything from energy to food have also increased greatly. Inflation hit a 40-year high of 9.1% in mid-2022, but has since slowed to 3% as of last month. The U.S. Central Bank has increased benchmark borrowing costs by 500 basis points since 2022 in a bid to bring inflation down to its 2% target rate. Billionaire investor Bill Gross recently weighed in on falling consumer savings level, warning that Americans could run out of their crisis savings later this year, paving the way for recession. Also adding pressure on the U.S. economy is the return of student loan bills, which could cut both consumer savings and spending levels. A new report by Oxford Economics forecasts U.S. consumer spending may fall by more than $100 billion a year as student loan payments kick in, lifting the odds of an economic downturn. Well, my amazing and most beautiful friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video for this Monday. My dear friends, thank you so much for joining me here and for being part of this community. To say thank you and to show my appreciation, I will be announcing several winners this coming Friday for the Walmart gift card giveaway. My dear friends, if you'd like to enter these weekly giveaways, all you have to do is click and like several of my videos, and then please comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you watch and then comment on, friends, the greater your chances of winning the weekly giveaways. Thank you so much, friends, and have a wonderful and very blessed week.